Well, here we are once again, my friends. Yes, it is the final cut. Got a few reviews coming as well, but today we are looking at one that may surprise you given its title. Now, the title is called Invisible Shark, and the director is Cody Clark. We get the story of a Brooke who, she has an experience to where she can see an invisible shark and see it make people disappear. And there's other folks as well out there who see an invisible shark. But, she doesn't quite like hanging with that group. And we see how it has affected her that she believes in the invisible shark when many other people don't, but some do. And she goes back and forth in trying to prove that she's not crazy and there is such a thing. Meanwhile, there's people out there to exploit the idea of the invisible shark with a movie that a lot of people seem to enjoy, except for her. This film was not what I expected. You don't get bloody gore in Invisible Shark. This is not a campy asylum film. This is more of an exploration into beliefs, existentialism, parallel universes, and more. And that surprised me because I went into this film cold, and when I came out of it, I'm like, wasn't what I expected, but that doesn't mean that it was bad by any means. Now, Bella Pace plays Brooke. She puts in an excellent performance. She carries most of this film, and she's the main character. We stick with her the most, and you feel her struggle. Not only struggling with the fact that it's hard for people to believe that she sees the invisible shark, but for what she has to witness with this is very traumatic for her. And she just goes through a large range of emotions, and you feel for the Brooke character. And if you're missing the parallelisms between belief in faith, various faiths, and the belief in the invisible shark, you're not paying attention, because they explore a lot of those themes, like the group of individuals who meet so that they can talk about their experience seeing people disappear from the invisible shark, and how a little bit Brooke doesn't quite like, because it feels a little too hokey for her. She runs across people who say they have seen the invisible shark, challenging her, taking advantage of that belief, and she feels violated that way as well. And even when she does meet up with some folks who, podcast scene in particular, I thought was interesting the way it plays out, in that they bring up some uncomfortable questions for her, things in her reality she'd prefer not to talk about and face. There is a lot of interesting themes going on through Invisible Shark. None of them are bloody, campy, actual invisible sharks, so to speak, and it's more in what you believe and hanging on to that faith, and how that affects you in your life. And so if you are interested in those type of themes, this is very character driven, a lot of dialogue and scenes, not a huge amount of special effects. So they do get creative with their budget, which is a small one, on how they make these folks who are victims of the invisible shark, how those are portrayed. And check it out. I think it's worth a watch if you like those types of themes in here, and seeing something just a bit different. Thank you so much for watching. Invisible Shark is, I believe, available now, or will be soon. I'll put as much information as I can down below. And check out our Patreon and all the bells and whistles. Like and subscribe here. Help us get to 2,500 subscribers by the end of the year. I thank you for your support, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.